take the time to watch it. It is, without a doubt, the best thing that I have seen this year. You would be so proud of those 7 young men. Each one of them, when they got the opportunity to speak, acknowledged God first. Each one of them acknowledged their family, their coaching staff, their football brothers, West Side, their teachers. It was the most emotional thing. I just squalled the whole time. And I looked up at Corey, and his lip was like going, looking down. Just a few things, like, I'll be honest with you, I thought Malik Blassingame did the best job of any of them. When he said, I could be on the streets doing drugs, that's what I could do. But these men behind me believed in me, and people gave me second chances. Ronnie Walls thanked his parents, and then he said, and I want to thank Coach McCoy for teaching me what it means to be a man. Lummy, I'll be honest with you, if you watch Channel 4 today, they're going to feature Lummy, because he's the big recruit in the area. And Lummy held it together throughout his whole little speech, and the minute they got off of him, he lost it. Jackson did a pre-recorded one, and he's already in college at Miami of Ohio. He's already in classes as we speak, and his parents were there. And I know what that's like to be a mother of a kid who's 18 hours away. So his parents were swallowing, but it was just very touching that they recognized they could not have done this without the West Side community. On a much lighter note, whether you're a Clemson fan or not, today when Dabo was announcing his recruits, his son Will has gotten a full scholarship to Clemson. And Dabo said in his thing that they were doing, they let them all kind of go down a little fake hill and come up with their name on them. Anyway, Dabo said, as he got ready to announce Will Sweeney, he said, now I'm going to tell you, I broke some rules on this one. I slept with this kid's mama, and I paid this kid a lot of money. But it was cute. I'm sure that'll be on the news. But watch Turn's thing when he sends it out. It just makes, it's one of those things that makes you so glad you're a teacher. It just is that little reminder of what we do. Okay, so we have 2 people today to do a strategy. I think you'll get out of here quicker than we ever have before, so kudos to them. They're not going to keep you a long time. Destiny Johnson and Miss Loudermilk and Brittany Loudermilk, and they're going to, Destiny, I think I'm going to let you go first, and then we just have a couple of things to do at the end, and we'll be done, probably in less than 30 minutes. Okay?
Thank you. There is a sheet describing my added strategy at the center of your table groups. Mine is placemat consensus. I use this added strategy when I want my students to work in small groups and collaborate with each other and talk about topics together. And the end product that they're going to create is a poster that looks like this, where each student can contribute their individual work in one section of the poster. And in the center, they're presenting a group best answer. That's a combination of all of their thoughts and ideas. So if your students are not already sitting in groups, you would first want to have them in groups of 3 to 5 students, and then give them a question or prompt. And this strategy works best if you're giving them something that can be analyzed from multiple perspectives, where students may have different ideas about it, or a math problem that could be approached in different ways. Then you would give them about 3 to 5 minutes to work individually, and then they'll share their responses with their small table groups. And at the end of that time, they'll create a group best answer that kind of connects all of their common ideas or approaches, and they'll put that in the center. Typically, I give each student one sheet of paper individually, and then they can glue that on the poster board and then rewrite the group best answer. But you could also do this in Google Docs and have them collaborate on their Chromebooks and do it that way as well. I've listed some ways that you can use it in classes other than science. I typically use it when we're getting ready to do an experiment and I have one question that I want them to explore, and I have each student plan or design their own experiment, and then their lab group will decide exactly what steps they're going to use as a group. We also use it when we have long problems that could be solved different ways. In history or English, you could use it to analyze a text that may be viewed from multiple perspectives, and then have them come up with a group best answer.
Okay, what questions do you have for Destiny? Anything?
How much time does it generally take in your class, depending on what you do, of course?
For the individuals, time about 5 minutes, and then for the group best answer, I give them 10 minutes, and then we post the posters up and walk around and kind of look at everybody's response, so maybe about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the prompt.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.
All right, and the other sheet that's on there is called Why, or the 4 Whys for short. And this is something that I like to use because I have an EOC course, and it's really good for any kind of EOC course or multiple choice question. The questions that I've gotten are actually ACT work piece questions that I found that I really liked. Normally, the sample that's up there, you provide it for them, or normally I work through it with my kids, and I have them work on it depending on the group and how often they've done it. I provided this one so you could see what it's supposed to look like. So you have a multiple choice question, you go through it with them, and it says that bananas cost 50 cents a pound, there are 3 pounds that the customer's buying, how much are we going to charge them? So if you're not math friendly, I'm sure you can still do this one. To find the right answer, which I said was D, I multiplied 50 and 3 and got $1.50. A, B, and C are other choices, but they're common mistakes that kids make. A, kid divided instead of multiplying. That's something that we see a lot. Choice B, a kid may not even notice the 3 part and just circled 50 cents because they saw 50 cents or didn't do anything with it. The other one they added instead of multiplied, so I kind of explained where it came from. And that's the important thing about this strategy. When you're doing this, it's not just multiple choice questions. If there's an obviously wrong answer, it's not going to help. Because the kids have to go back and rework to see how did they actually get the wrong answer, where did it come from, why is this distracting me? And we call those distractors. So if there's not distractors, it's not really a good multiple choice question to begin with, because there's obviously a right or wrong answer. So what you're going to do is I want you to go through the second problem. And normally you'd have 5 of these. I did 1 today just because it takes a while. On the back of your sheet, there's also some reminders and stuff. It should only take 15 to 30 minutes in your class, which is why there's 5 practice problems. They do work in groups because not all kids are going to come up with the same mistakes. And it's nice to have them collaborate and see what they can come up with. The attachment that goes with it is actually in sheet protectors on all tables. There's 5 copies. There's also whiteboard markers in case you want to write on it or anything. So you might want to take those too. That's kind of key. And I'm going to walk around and kind of see discussions to see if you can come up with the right answer.
Y'all better work in groups because this one's tough.
I'm going to be honest, somebody in 3rd block tried to do it by themselves, and then I caught them in a group later because they were like, I couldn't do it. I did it by myself last night, it was hard.
Find the right answer and explain.
You can write on those if you want to. You're going to work with them and solve that problem.
It is the same problem.
That's out of the question.
Done.
And then what about personal?
All we're gonna do is see the situation.